Are you serious? Are you serious? Everybody just calm down. Just calm down. Get some coffee and just calm down, all right? But it's getting crazy out there. I've got some breaking news. I'm going to share it with you in just a moment. But first, let me put a shout out, if I could right now, for www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. If you're over 40 years old and you're planning to retire someday, the window to protect what you've built may be smaller than you realize. Okay, here's a question most people never ask. Is your portfolio built for what's coming next? Many investors in their 40s and 50s discovered they have little to no exposure to precious metals. That means their savings are largely tied to the markets or policies and paper assets with very little protection if conditions change. And believe me, as I'm going to show you, they're changing. As retirement moves from someday to on the horizon, protecting what you've already built becomes just as important as growing it. That's where Noble Gold comes in. They're helping investors reduce their risk by adding physical gold to their portfolios. That's right, gold, a biblical currency. And right now may be a smart time for you to check in with Noble Gold Investment. There's no pressure. There's no sales gimmicks. Just clear answers and a strategy built around your goals. Find out about it right now. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com or call them on the phone at 877-646-5347. And if you qualify, and you probably do, they'll give you this coin, 3 ounces of pure silver of Thomas Jefferson. What? 3 ounces? Guys, silver's at $92 an ounce right now. 3 times 92, that's almost a $300 coin. They'll give it to you for free to help you jumpstart your retirement funds today. Tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you. You'll be glad that you did.
The United States has announced the start of the second phase of the Gaza ceasefire plan, alongside the formation of a technocratic committee to govern the territory. This phase focuses on demilitarization, reconstruction, and transitional governance, though major details remain unresolved. The move comes despite Israeli opposition, particularly over Hamas's disarmament and the continued holding of a hostage's remains, prompting Israel to keep the Rafah crossing closed. The plan calls for an international stabilization force and a greater role for local Palestinian police, even as few countries have committed troops, CNN reported. While the Palestinian Authority and militant factions welcome the announcement, Israel continues to reject any PA involvement or steps toward Palestinian statehood. A fire broke out early Wednesday morning at the Brighton Towers condo building in Atlantic City, displacing at least 12 residents. Flames were seen pouring from the 8th floor of the 13th-story building around 4:51 a.m. local time, forcing residents to evacuate via the stairs. 12 units were rendered uninhabitable due to the fire and water damage, with the Red Cross assisting residents in finding temporary housing. Around 80 to 90 firefighters responded, helping clear the building and aiding disabled residents. 5 people and 1 police officer retreated for smoke inhalation, NBC 10 Philadelphia has reported. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Whole milk is returning to school cafeterias nationwide after President Trump signed the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act, overturning Obama-era limits on higher fat milk. Schools in the National School Lunch Program can now offer whole, 2%, 1%, and skim milk, as well as non-dairy alternatives that meet nutritional standards. The law allows parents to request non-dairy milk for their children without a doctor's note and aligns with new dietary guidelines emphasizing full-fat dairy. Supporters say the change improves nutrition and reduces food waste, while critics question the health impact of higher-fat milk, ABC News has reported. The policy affects about 30 million students and reverses provisions of the Healthy Hunger Free Kids Act aimed at limiting saturated fat in school meals.
The world is experiencing an alarming series of apocalyptic events. historic weather disasters, earthquakes, droughts, wildfires, impending economic collapse, the rise of AI. In Revelation 9:11, Pastor Paul Begley and Pulitzer-nominated journalist Troy Anderson investigate if these are the true signs of the end times. Is this the final meeting of current events and prophecy referred to in the Bible? Revelation 9:11. Order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Target.com.